my name is Sarah Clark of Creighton Pilates, and today I'm here to share with you the 5 best Pilates exercises that you should be doing every single day. I chose these exercises for 2 reasons. One, they tend to be my favorites if I'm going to be real with you. So you could also call this Sarah's 5 favorite Pilates exercises. 2, if done all together on the daily, you're going to get a complete Pilates body workout, okay? So your whole body will get worked, your spine will get moved in multiple directions, and you'll really get the Pilates principles in just 5 quick exercises. So this is why I think this should be done every day, and maybe even right after you slide out of the bed and onto your floor, because you don't need a mat, you don't need a special space, even though it helps if you're trying to make a practice every day. You just need to stay committed. So sometimes that looks like just spending 5 to 10 minutes doing these 5 exercises in the morning or whenever, but probably in the morning right when you slide out of bed before your shower. Okay, a nice little wake up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with number 1, the Pilates push-up. And I want to say that these are in no particular order. They just have a nice flow this way. So number 1 is the Pilates push-up, and we're going to start at the back edge of our mat. Okay? So you're going to start with your feet hip bone distance apart. The feet are parallel to each other. The knees are pointing straight forward. You're going to inhale the hands up to the sky, getting a nice stretch. And then you're going to exhale, squeeze the glutes gently as you pull the navel to the spine and dive forward. Inhale, walk yourself out into a plank position. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the side of the body. Inhale, straighten, and send your sit bones back. Getting nice straight legs and bringing your ears between your biceps. My heels are reaching towards the floor, so this is a nice stretch here. I'm still inhaling as I walk my hands towards my feet. And then I'm going to exhale as I roll all the way up, pulling the navel to the spine to protect the low back. Inhale, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, walk yourself out. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten, sending the sit bones back and walking the hands towards the feet. Exhale to curl up, Lift that navel to the spine. Inhale the hands above the head. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, walk out. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten and send the sit bones back, walking those hands back towards the feet. Exhale to curl up. Inhale the hands above the head and continue moving. And again. Last time, we're going to switch it up here. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, walk out. And then exhale, come all the way down to the ground for our next exercise. Slow, 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 slow. And prepare yourself for rockets. So next, we're going to do rockets. Rockets are a great exercise for lengthening the back and learning proper extension, okay? We're going to make sure that the navel is lifted and the pubic bone is pressed down the whole time. So I just did that. Okay, so without the lifted navel, pubic bone press down, with. Okay, so make sure that that stays there the entire time. I think this is a great exercise to do every day because it really helps counteract our modern movement patterns. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. Hands are by the sides, navel's lifted, pubic bone is pressed down, that's our neutral. And your forehead and your nose is on the mat, which is a little uncomfortable, but we usually survive, right? I'm gonna take an inhale, lengthening the spine. And on your exhale, you're gonna lift the head and the arms off of the mat, lifting the chest off of the mat as well, and rolling the shoulders open, reaching the hands towards the feet, and thinking about as much length in the spine as possible. And then you're gonna inhale back down. And exhale, lengthen the body off of the mat, really looking for length between the shoulder blades, okay, where we tend to stay a little rounded. And really rolling the shoulders open, feeling your collarbone, smiling wide in front of you. And back down. I'm going to do it one more time like this. Exhale, lifting. Take a second to think about your rib cage. It should feel rather flat on the mat rather than pokey like you're balancing on it. Okay? So if it's feeling pokey, exhale to lift it up. And then inhale back down. All right, so another reason that rockets are really great is there's so many variations. So I'm going to show you two of my favorites right now. All right, so we're going to exhale and lift up into our rocket. Some people also call this arrow, so if that's a better vision for you, you can stay with that. But we're going to keep our head and our heart up as we begin to kick our feet, okay? Reaching long out of the toes and trying to keep the whole leg really active. As we're kicking, we're keeping our head and our heart up because we're swimming right now and we don't want to drown. We want to keep our head out of the water, okay? Our gaze is long and down our nose in front of us. Navel still lifted, pubic bones pressed down. So we're swimming, 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 and this makes it a tiny bit of cardio for you as well. And then down to the mat. All right, this next variation involves the upper body. So let's go ahead and do rockets with a breaststroke. You're gonna take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale, lengthen the spine up, making sure that pubic bone is pressed down, navel's lifted. Shoulders rolled open. Keep them rolled open. The feet stay heavy into the earth. As you bend the elbows, reaching the arms out in front of you, swim them around to your side so the palms hit the hips, and then bend the elbows again, reaching the arms out in front of you. Swim them around, trying to get higher, and then bend and reach out long, okay? So a nice breaststroke here. Swimming and trying to keep that heart as high as possible and trying to find even more length as you bring the hands to the hips. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. I can count, I swear. And 1 more time. And down to the mat. So that was a lovely variation for rockets, and you can get a lot of work in your spinal extensors doing that exercise. And again, really great for doing every single day. All right, so let's go ahead and roll over onto our backs for bridges, because those of you who've been around for a while, you'll know that bridges are one of my favorite exercises. So of course, it has to be in the 5 best Pilates exercises to do every day. And because there's lots of variations, I'll be showing you 2 of those as well. So when we're going to do our bridges, you want to make sure your shoulders are rolled open. You start with a neutral spine and a long back of the neck, okay? You're going to have your heels about a foot away from your booty, not as close as you possibly can get them, but someplace comfortably far away. You're going to take an inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis, bringing the whole mat back to the mat, and then you're going to lift up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top, reaching out of the knees, trying to lengthen the spine, okay? So there's not a lot of visible movement here. It's very energetic. And then you're going to exhale, roll down 1 vertebra at a time, making sure that the rib cage drops and that the low back hits the mat before the booty. Inhale at the base and exhale, curl right back up. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll down. If you want to see more about bridging, I have a single exercise video out there for you. You can look it up on the Create with Pilates YouTube channel. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll down. One more bridge like this, and then we'll switch it up. All right, from here, we're going to do a variation that's slightly more challenging. You're going to exhale that left leg into tabletop. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to curl up into a single leg bridge. Try to make sure that your hips stay level and that your knee stays over your hip. Inhale at the top, and exhale, roll down. 2 more times to this side. Make sure you're keeping the chest open and the palms are pushing down as you do this. Don't let your chest roll closed. One more time. And go ahead and set the left leg down. Exhale that right leg into tabletop. Take an inhale. On your exhale, curl up into that bridge. Remember, we're keeping the hips even, the knee over the hip. Don't let it fall in. Two more on this side. And one more. Set that leg down. We're going to do one more bridge variation before moving on to exercise number 3. Right? This is more of a stretching, opening of the chest bridge, okay? So make sure your shoulders stay rolled open during this exercise. As you exhale, curl up, allowing the base of the rib cage to relax before it hits the mat. Inhale the hands up and then behind you. So my fingers are reaching behind me, my back of my hands are on the floor. You're going to take an inhale so you stay reaching out of those hands, and then exhale, roll down. And when your hands begin to lift off the floor, you're just going to let them move back through their range of motion and return to start. I'm going to take an inhale and exhale, curl back up. My hands are by my sides in the original bridging position. Inhale the hands up and behind you in a half circle motion. Exhale, roll down one bone at a time, really trying to get one vertebra at a time to hit the mat. And if your hands stay back the whole time, just bring them back to your hips at the end, okay? Some people are nice. It's going to be different depending on your body, okay? Some people are more open. Some people are a little more closed. So we're going to do that one more time here. And that usually feels really good in my upper back and my thoracic, which is why I showed you that variation just in case you wanted to add that in every single day. All right, next we're gonna do crisscross to get a little bit of core and a lot of cardio. So there were 2 other exercises I almost put in here. The Pilates 100, but I left that out because a lot of people experience neck tension there. And then the other one I almost included was the Pilates roll down. But again, I left that out because I felt like it didn't have the cardio element that crisscross does. But if you prefer either one of those exercises, throw them on this list, make it 6. All right, so from here, you're gonna bring your hands behind your head. The fingers are interlaced, creating a basket for your head to rest in. Thumbs are down the neck. Really push your head back into your hands. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, lift your legs into tabletop, feeling your entire back hit the mat. From here, you're gonna take another inhale, and on your exhale, you're gonna curl up into your upper ab curl, pulling the navel to the spine. You're gonna bend your left knee in, straightening that right leg. And then inhale as the leg pass each other. Exhale as that right knee bends and that left leg fully straightens. Again. Now we're gonna add a rotation towards the bent knee, really reaching with the armpit. And then inhale to center as the legs pass. Exhale to the other side. The whole time your low back should be against the mat. Your head should be pushing into your hands. And you should be really pulling the navel deeply down towards the spine, not feeling any bracing sensation. Your feet are pointed. And if you're feeling struggle while you do this, you need to send the legs up towards the sky a little bit more, okay? So whatever works good for you, and then just keep moving. And when you're ready, you're gonna bring your knees into your chest, grabbing your shins and laying down. Set one foot down at a time, and that was the crisscross. So exercise number 4 was crisscross. Exercise number 5, final number 5, is a stretch. So you're gonna roll over onto your side, come to a seated position, and we're gonna sit in mermaid. So you're gonna bring your weight onto your right hip, bend your left leg, and bring the sole of the right foot against the left thigh. Now from here, this can be a challenging position for people because of tight hips, right? So we're gonna spend a second loosening that up, and this is what that is what this exercise is for. So you're gonna bring your right hand to your mat next to you, your left hand onto the crest of your hip. You're gonna lift it up and look behind you. Then you're gonna set that left hip back down and look over your left shoulder. Lift it up, look over the right. We're just allowing the leg bone to warm up, moving in the socket a little bit. All right, and then from here, you're gonna bring your arms out into a T. My left hip is against the mat. You're gonna inhale, feel nice and tall. Exhale, side bend to the right, trying to keep your left hip deeply rooted. Lifting the base of the rib cage up and over. You're gonna take a big inhale in this position, and exhale, rotate towards the mat. Inhale between your shoulder blades, and then exhale, unrotate, stack up, counter stretch. 2 more times to the side. Inhale, feel tall. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, unrotate, stack up, counter stretch. Inhale, feel tall. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, unrotate, stack up, counter stretch. And then we're gonna switch around to the other side. So how that works is you swing your legs out in front of you into the other side, bring your weight on your left hip, bending your right knee, bending your left knee, and then putting the left sole of the foot up against that right thigh. Take your left hand, place it on the mat next to you. Take your right hand, place it onto your hip. You're gonna lift that hip up, looking over your left shoulder. Set it down, looking over the right. Again, just trying to warm up the hip socket and get it ready and more comfortable, because if you're feeling pain there, something's gripping, and your hip, is 3D. So we want to make sure that the tension of the muscles is equal in the hip socket. So what we're kind of doing here is we're asking some stuff to kind of stretch and turn off, and some stuff to maybe wake up a little bit and participate. All right, set that hip down. Inhale your hands out into a T. Try to keep that right hip pressed against the earth as you take a big inhale, lengthen your spine up. And exhale, side bend. To the left. Take a big inhale. Lift the base of the ribcage up. Exhale, rotate towards the floor. Inhale into the shoulder blades. Exhale, unrotate. Stack up. counter stretch. Inhale, feel nice and tall. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, unrotate, stack up, counter stretch. And then we're gonna do it one more time on this side. Inhale, nice and tall, keeping that right hip stable. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, unrotate. Stack up. Counter stretch. Bring your hand down by your side and come into whatever position is most comfortable for you. For me, that's crisscross. Crisscross applesauce. And then just congratulate yourself for being here, being on your mat, making this time for yourself. I know it can be a lot. We all have other people in our lives, whether that's partners or kids or bosses or roommates or whatever, and it can be hard to make that time for yourself. And you did today, and that is a big deal. And whether or not you do it tomorrow, you did it today, and you're here, and you're making an effort for yourself, body and mind. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy these exercises as often as you can fit them in to your lifestyle, hopefully every day. And I hope that I get to see you around again soon on the Create with Pilates YouTube channel. Have a really, really great day. Bye.